Welcome back to Paper Straw Podcast. With me, as always, are my friends and co-hosts, Christian and Ian. And today it's going to be a very light conversation. I think this was kind of my intention was just to do a light conversation. Um,
Yeah,
but
were the previous one really heavy for you?
no,
I don't
no,
see it as a heavy, but
no.
how
But
light?
it was very fact laden, the last episode. Like
Yeah.
it was a lot of factual stuff. This one is more so personal opinion. Um, may give some type of insight. Okay, so the reason I wanted to do something like this, I thought about it all day, and this is the best I could come up with, so I hope it's all right. But the reason I wanted to do this is for the viewers that we do have, kind of give them a chance to maybe get to know us a little better. You know what I mean? Like they get our opinions on tech and pop culture and politics, or they get those things, but who are we really?
Yeah.
And what
Yeah, that
would we
sounds a
do?
good.
Yeah,
Right, right, yeah.
let's
Yeah,
give
sounds
them a
good.
chance to hate me even more.
Well, I think this exercise will tell like what do you do when you're faced with kind of the impossible decision? Which way do you lean?
Hmm.
Right. So okay. And I'll go each one of you guys. I may give my opinion. I'm not necessarily um going to participate hardcore in the discussion. Like I'm going to more be like a moderator for you gentlemen. Uh, but I will open up a little bit or whatever. But so here we go. So
Go.
these are challenging and thought-provoking would you rathers.
Hmm.
Oh,
Okay.
Yeah. Yeah, here we go. So these questions are tricky now because they force you to weigh important aspects of life, like relationships, knowledge, freedom, self-identity, and it makes them difficult to answer easily. All right, you guys are familiar with would you rather's.
Yep.
So
yeah.
I've got 10 good ones here. First, Christian, I'll go to you.
Yeah.
Would you rather lose the ability to read or lose the ability to speak?
Hmm. That's good. I think I would rather lose the ability to speak.
Okay. Why is that?
Yeah, I need
Will
all the
turn into I
information
feel
in the
like this is
world.
going I feel like this is going to turn into a therapy session. And why do you feel that?
Yeah, in terms of like what I feel regarding human beings is we grow through information. Like, would it be possible for me to contribute something, just my one voice to the world? Yeah, but that's just me. If I'm dumb, do you think anything smart is gonna come out of my mouth? Like I'd rather just be able to read and understand the world. Like there are many ways for me to actually communicate aside from actually being able to speak, right?
True. True.
Like even via the tone of my eyes, like the way I look, the way my my
Hmm.
facial muscles twitch, I can communicate with it. But giving up the ability to actually process or at least gather information around the world for your growth, I think that's a complete loss.
Okay.
You have four other senses to actually play with.
Right. So speaking for
I
you
mean,
is like
how many senses do we have? Six, right?
five.
Five or four.
Haley
You
Joe
still have,
Osment has a
Oh,
Haley
he's
Joe Osment has six senses.
yeah, I have ESP. Like if you have
Yeah.
ESP, you don't actually need to speak anymore.
Yeah.
yeah.
Okay. Same question to you, Ian. Would you rather lose the ability to read or lose the ability to speak?
I would rather lose the ability to speak because uh the the way that I speak right now, it's still developing. It has
Okay.
been developing at least at least it started developing at least 10 years ago when it comes to public speaking, Uh, let's
Okay.
just say, on camera and all that, because I started out with all of the media stuff, uh, with writing.
Mm-hmm.
If Christian can express himself with all of the other senses, uh, except voice, I would rather have the ability to read, because I can process it in my brain and I can still communicate not just with my words and actions and my body language, but also because I can write. I can
Mm-hmm.
write everything that I wanted to express.
Mm-hmm.
And it's very specific to me that I started writing than speaking. And that's the reason why I'm more of a script type guy when it comes to recording, or let's just say, uh, even in spontaneous banter like this, I have handwritten notes in a
Okay.
notebook so that I can express what I really wanted to say. So I would rather read than speak.
Okay. Now, what if we throw just for a curveball, and you don't have to go into depth, just what would you do? What if we throw writing in here instead of reading? Would you rather, or instead of speaking, would you rather lose the ability to read or the ability to write?
You first, Christian.
Yeah, regarding right, I would still choose reading.
Yeah. Okay.
Like if you think about your life, like if you're a really self-centered person, like
Hmm.
your only experience would be for yourself. But reading actually opens you up to a lot of things. It's not just information, it's also entertainment. Like the type of genre of books that you can actually read. It also will save your life. You can't read. I don't think you're gonna live that long. If you can't read the sign Sinaloa cartel resides here,
Right.
you're dead.
Right. Yeah. Well,
Like,
I think one of the important things with this question is because there are people in the world who cannot read, and there are people in the world who cannot speak. Now, I would have to say the people in the world that cannot speak have a better quality of life than those people that can't read.
it's hard to cancel someone that can't speak.
But
Yeah,
all right, let's
that's that's a good point.
You
yeah,
have a disability plus the fact you can't actually be understood easily. Like, what
right.
are you gonna excuse yourself for whispering? What the hell?
Well, look at Aaron Belial. You know Aaron Belial?
I don't have any idea, but
Who's
He's
Aaron Belial?
a he's a mute comedian. He uses an iPhone and a speaker and a Bluetooth speaker, and he's fucking funny.
Yeah,
He was
serious.
on America's Got Talent. He almost won.
Yeah, serious working overtime.
Yeah, oh yeah, for sure. Yeah. But all right, on the next one,
mhm.
I'm going to give a countdown to three, and we're all going to say our answer.
Okay.
Sure.
All right. So the question is, would you rather be completely invisible for one day or be able to fly for one day?
Hmm.
I guess actually this one don't need a countdown. This is very much just what you prefer. So what do you prefer, Ian? To be invisible, completely invisible, or the ability to fly for one day?
I guess I would rather be completely invisible for one day, because I can uh I can understand how people uh do, or how people would perceive if uh about what they think about me, without me being there, and they would be surprised. Oh, I'm sorry, I thought you're not here. Well, I'm literally
Right.
not, because I'm invisible. So I'd rather be invisible for one day,
Okay.
because yeah, and it also gives me as well uh some kind of thinking as well, that one day I would be invisible forever. So
For your
that's
testing, like
basically, yeah,
free trial.
yeah, yeah. That I guess that's a free trial, but yeah. Um, so it's a foretaste of what goes beyond my life. So I'd rather I'd rather choose that.
All right. What about you, Christian?
Yeah, being invisible is like an early funeral for you that you can actually attend, right?
Yeah.
Think about it. Like for me, I guess invisibility doesn't actually matter to me that much because I'm just a common person. Like I'm not a celebrity. I think invisibility would actually be much more important if you're a famous person. Like you
Mm.
get to live the life of someone on the other side. If you've been famous all your life, you
Hmm.
would probably choose invisibility. But for me, I'd rather choose flight because I know it's something that I can actually do. Because I can be invisible in real life. I just walk the streets and no one actually notices me. I just
Mm.
try not to be conspicuous,
Right. 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 Right.
right?
Okay.
Mhm.
So
Yeah.
there
I
are
think I
certain
would.
factors in the light that contribute to not the actual powers of invisibility, but a sense that you're like a ninja in life.
Mm. I feel like for me, if it depends on my intentions. Now, if I want to do some foolery, like I don't know,
Invisibility.
try to get rich somehow, like I
Mhm.
don't know,
Yeah.
rob a place or you know, freak some people out. Maybe shit's floating out of the mall. Like, what the fuck? This shit just walking. This shit just floating through the air. Then yeah, invisible. If flying for me, I mean, what would I do really? If I could
Mhm.
fly, what would I do?
Mhm.
Right? If I was invisible, there's a number of things I would probably do, like fuck with people. Flying, I mean, what am I going to do? Travel, I guess. It's just one day. How long does it? How fast can I go?
Yeah,
Can I
but
fly to my hometown and back in one day?
yeah,
It
but
it
for me,
also
for
depends
the
on
flight,
how
the flight
how
thing,
fast you fly.
yeah, for me, the flight thing is not more in the destination. For me, it's more in the experience. Like if you're gonna be
Right.
doing something just one day, it's just gonna
Yeah.
be basically for the experience of it. Like I'm not gonna use it to commute. Like the day after, I would be sad if that was my intent,
Yeah.
right?
Yeah.
I was able to miss traffic on EDSA for this
Yeah.
day. Tomorrow, I'm back in the grind. Like
Yeah.
no, let
I would
just
I
let
would
me
have
enjoy this one day.
I would apply me immediately to a food delivery service and make like $1 million in one day. I just be, you know what I'm saying? Like no traffic. You could do like 1,000 deliveries in 24 hours.
Yeah, but the registration is really long. It would take more than one day.
Yeah. So you should be a registered uh delivery rider before
Yeah,
Mm.
that day
Yeah,
happens.
yeah. But
just
all
waiting
right,
for
let's
the
keep it moving.
invisibility.
Let's keep it moving because I got 10 of these. I
Yeah,
don't know
yeah.
if we'll
Oh,
I
yeah,
don't know if
we've
we'll get to
already
all of them.
gone to two.
Yeah. But I mean, we're not limited to anything. We can, all right. This one I really like. I almost skipped the last one actually, but I was curious. Would you rather always have to tell the truth no matter what, or always have to lie no matter what?
Oh,
Yeah,
that's a
this one is
good
easy for me.
question.
Really? Okay, well let's
Yeah.
we'll let Ian go first because I feel like he's
No, no, Christian.
okay. Yeah. All right, go
You
ahead,
you told
Christian.
you told that it's easy. So yeah.
Yeah, tell the truth. Like that's the very basis of my work. Like I don't gain people's trust without being duplicitous.
Okay, fair enough.
Fair
Good
point.
answer, quick answer,
Fair point.
straight to the point.
Like I've
Yeah.
I've been all over my career for the past what since 2007, and I haven't compromised not once,
Mm,
even to the extent of sacrificing my work.
right.
So I would much rather have that than an entire day of lying. Like life in itself is actually just a lie. So just have
True. I
one
mean, we
part of
we
your
live.
spirit to actually be true.
The
Yeah,
paradox of truth and lies.
yeah.
Yeah.
All right. What about you? What about you, Ian? Are you going truth always or lie no matter what?
I'd rather choose the truth always because in this world, a lot of people are already lying. So I might as well make a difference. and always speak the truth, even if it is uncomfortable, and even if it is uh unpopular, because
Yeah.
the truth is the truth.
Right.
And it just shines through.
Mm.
Sure, I I would love to lie. I always make white lies. I always lie about something, especially if it's very much practical from my end. But
Mm.
if given the choice of uh you know, given the choice of if I need to tell the truth always or tell lies always, I'd rather tell the truth because you know, uh it's much easier that way.
Yeah. That's true. Yeah, I agree with you guys. Always have to lie. God, you know how like being 100% truthful all the time could make life difficult, right? At times.
Yeah.
But to constantly lie, like you're just gonna, bro, people are gonna hate you immediately. You know what I mean?
Yeah, there are certain caveats regarding telling the truth. Like you can actually tell the truth without actually compromising yourself that much.
Yeah.
I think the thing regarding telling the truth for a lot of people that's becoming an issue is them oversharing the truth too much.
Yeah, I agree with that
Like
100%.
if something isn't actually a truth isn't actually warranted, you don't need to
Hmm.
share it. Like
Yeah.
there's
Right.
a proper time and place for things. And when regards to dumping information or realness to people, it's the same thing.
And as I said earlier, the truth would just shine through. It would just
True.
reveal itself, and
Yeah.
you don't have to share it. It's just gonna be there, hiding
Right.
in plain sight.
Yeah. True. All right, let's keep it moving.
I have a question though. If there are white lies, do black lies matter?
Black lives most certainly matter.
I've always wondered this. Why do we call it white lies and we don't have black lies?
I don't know why they're called little white lies.
There should be an
Yeah,
opposite, right?
Yeah.
yeah, me neither. I encounter that term, but I only understand it. I only understand it because it's a practical way of lying.
Hmm.
But yeah, I do I do think if there are
Like
white
there's a
lies, there
term
should be
for
black lies. They
the
should
greater
Brown,
good.
matter.
brown lies.
There's a term for the greater good, but is there a term for the greater evil? Like I don't hear that word or that phrase.
The greater evil.
I'm more familiar with the common good.
Like
Well,
the
the greater
human race
good
has
of
evolved
society.
to the point that we put degrees when it comes to these things.
Yeah. Can't just be
Yeah.
good. It's got to be the greater good.
Yeah.
Uh, but all right. So, would you rather know the exact time and date of your death, or know how you will die but not when? We'll go to Ian on this one.
Either way, you're gonna either way you're gonna go. So
Yeah, well, we're all going to go regardless.
yeah. So I would rather know how will I die
Oh, okay.
than when. Because, you know, none of us will ever know when will that time comes. When will that time come?
Well, you could in this question.
But in this case, I would rather know how so that I can prepare myself in that in the case that in the case that I would definitely when it, when when the angel of death is telling me time's up.
Right. So you'd rather know how and not when.
Yeah, I'd
Or
rather know.
when, wait, how,
I
what
would
was your answer?
rather know how will I
Okay.
die than when.
Okay. All right. What about you, Christian?
Yeah, I would rather know when. So at least I can prepare my affairs and spend some time with the people that I love. If I have a definite time, I can probably plan my life. That's the thing about it.
Yeah.
It's not
That's fair.
like if you asked me when I was single, I would probably choose the same way as Ian. But now that I'm married with kids, and
Mm,
if I suddenly get that information, that would be much more useful to me because I could probably plan for my kids, plan for my wife, right now be able to set my affairs straight. Like if I have a
mm.
definite timeline, I could prepare people. Like I could if it happens to line up with my birthday, I could probably celebrate it at the same time. Like we could have it on sale. Like if there's a venue that has a 2 for 1 when it comes to reservation, like good.
Mm. Yeah. See, that's why I wanted to play this game because I could get like, you know what I mean? Like we're all different, right? For
Yeah.
me, I feel like I overthink this because I feel like I want to say how because I don't want to live under a clock. You know what I
Yeah.
mean? Like every day would be kind of every morning would be kind of heartbreaking, right? Like, oh God, I only have these many days left. But the how for me is terrifying because what if they tell me you die a slow, excruciating death covered in fire ants, right? Like, oh my Lord, dude, I don't want to know that. Because
Yeah,
then like
like
the anticipation is going to be, you know what I'm saying? It's like, Jesus Christ. Every time I see an ant, I'll be like, oh shit, is today the day? So I don't, I would,
being being mobbed by a million cockroaches.
yeah, like, you know. And then I guess I also would like to choose how because if they say, oh, you die in a plane crash, well, I'm just not going to get on an airplane.
You died beaten to death by your in-laws. Like
Not going to happen.
that's every day.
Not going to happen.
Well,
Not
it
going to
always depends on
The threat
on
would be
the
always
person you
every day.
marry.
happen. I'm 6'2", 200 pounds. It ain't happening.
You
But
said
I
it
guess
can't be changed.
if I had to make a choice, I'm afraid of the how. I don't want to dread when it happens. I want to, or I don't want to dread in which way. I guess I would have to say, now I don't know. I'm taking my chances on how, because it may be like you die, you know, at old age, right? That may be the answer. The
Yeah.
date and time fucks with me, man. Like I would be, it would ruin the rest of my life because I
Yeah.
would only be counting down days.
Yeah, like you said, we have different circumstances. Like for me, I
Mhm.
have a kid. I have two
Yeah.
of them. Like every day for me is on a clock. So it doesn't
Mm,
actually matter to me to actually plan things ahead. Like that's basically gonna be my life moving forward. And even if my kids actually go away, that's still gonna be my life.
well, mine's basically grown. She's almost 18 years old.
Yeah.
So,
But you
but
still
yeah,
have to worry.
yeah, of
Yeah.
course. But yeah, let's see. Next. This one's good. This one's good. Would you
Good.
rather have unlimited money but no free time, or unlimited free time but no money?
Oh,
Again,
that's a very trick question.
I
Yeah.
will. Yeah, for me, I would just simply choose unlimited money, no free time. This is basically my life now,
Bro, I feel you. I work
right?
constantly.
It Even if you provide me with that choice, I'm already living it, so it wouldn't
Yeah.
actually matter.
Yeah. Just know the money's not unlimited. Other than that, I'm living the same life. No free time.
Like the
I'd
very
rather
basis
have.
that you would have this, you would have no free time, but the time that you're gonna be spending is the time that you're enjoying. You're
Mm,
enjoying your job. You're enjoying
yeah.
what you're doing right now. You're keeping busy. Like I don't think that would matter that much. Plus, it's
Right.
not just gonna be me spending the money on my end.
Yeah.
I'm gonna be spending it for other people,
Right.
For your family, of course.
Yeah.
not just my family. If I had have unlimited money, I would spread it to the community.
Oh, for
Hmm.
sure. Yeah. I don't
Right?
have time to spend it. You take it down.
Pay off the
Yeah.
Philippines debt
Ice
to the
cream for
US.
everybody.
Like there's a bunch of ways that's gonna be a benefit for everyone. That just me
Yeah.
working.
What about
And
you, E?
yeah, and even if it's a trick question, for me it's a no-brainer. I'd rather have unlimited money because
Yeah.
I can as like Christian, I can spend it on things that matter, that matter to me, and that matter to those who are that are near and dear to me. And then I
Yeah.
can make do of it and
If
do something good with it.
if you have unlimited money, pay people, employ them to do your work.
Yeah,
Oh yeah.
And buy
Oh
your free
yeah.
time.
Yeah.
true. That's a loophole maybe in this one. I would go
That's
with
a yeah, very good loophole,
yeah.
yeah.
I would also go with unlimited money, and because I have no free time, but the generations that follow me will have plenty of money. So I'm the only one with no free time. So I'm setting up, I would sacrifice my free time to set up my future generations with, then they have unlimited money and
Yeah.
free time.
Unlimited money and global warming by buying the entire population of Earth Teslas.
Yeah, let's get it. Somebody got to back Elon.
Yeah,
Uh
but not the Cybertruck. It looks ugly.
Yeah.
yeah,
Even even Kadyrov's Cybertruck, even when Kadyrov transformed his Cybertruck into a technical, it's ugly.
yeah.
Yeah.
The Cybertruck, yeah, it's not it's but I
Not a
mean
good choice for a technical.
but it's the future.
Yeah,
Like when we were
that's basically a Decepticon that's not left in the oven long.
yeah,
It still need a bit of cooking.
yeah.
Yeah.
It looks like it looks like a car from Nintendo 64. You know what I mean? Like
And
they need the graphics card upgrade because this
yeah.
shit is like, yeah, this shit is
Yeah,
not.
And Elon
If the Flintstones
and
and Tron had a baby,
Hmm.
that's what it would look like.
and Elon Musk has to outdo what the Toyota wars did in Africa in the 1970s to 80s, because as we all know, Toyota pickup trucks were used as makeshift military vehicles, or
Oh yeah,
makeshift war vehicles.
yeah.
Just strap in a machine gun, an anti-tank gun, or a
Hmm.
missile pod, or an RPG in a pickup truck. That's gonna work. Though
Yeah.
Like a Cybertruck is
the experiment with Kadyrov, where when he puts when he put an RPK, yeah, I think it's an RPK, the Russian machine gun. When he puts an RPK on a Tesla to make it a technical, it's ugly. Even
Yeah.
with
like
Kadyrov in it.
like a Cybertruck is just a squatter's shanty on wheels, right? Like that's basically it.
Yeah. I wonder if it'll go through iterations or if that's just what it's going to be forever.
Well, if the Starship has iterations, maybe Cybertruck will have its iterations. We'll see.
Maybe.
Anyway,
Yeah.
we before
Yeah,
we
we
get massively
digress.
sidetracked.
Sorry.
Yeah, yeah, yeah.
Yeah.
But anyway, yeah, next episode,
It's shitting
Cybertruck.
on Elon time.
Yeah. Uh, what's the next one? Okay. Would you rather be famous for something embarrassing or be completely unknown for your entire life? And when they say completely unknown, this is not pop culture completely unknown. This is nobody knows you. Nobody.
I'd rather choose anonymity.
Okay. Like nobody knows Ian Rinya. Nobody. You'd be like, you remember
Yeah.
Ian? They'd be like, nope, I don't know who that is.
I mean, I got used to it.
Shit.
I really got used to it. I mean, okay.
But this
I
is
may be known
nobody. This
for
is family.
yeah,
Nobody.
yeah.
Hmm.
It's a sacrifice I'm willing to make, because if I'm gonna be known for something embarrassing, it's gonna stain my conscience for my whole life. So
Oh no, you
yeah.
look at Haktua. She's turned that garbage ass shit into millions of dollars.
Yeah, the bar regarding embarrassment right now is pretty low.
Yeah, yeah. I'll shit myself and be famous. I
Ha,
don't give a
ha,
damn.
Like
how low?
Dude,
Where? Well,
have you seen
in which circle of hell? In which
have you
circle of
seen the
hell
YouTube
though?
millionaires and the Twitch millionaires now and how embarrassing their lives are?
Yeah,
Oh yeah, yeah. I mean, we've done that. We've tackled three of them in the previous episode. So yeah.
yeah, yeah,
Yeah, not one of them have been gunned down yet. So
yeah. So what about you, Ann? Christian, famous for something embarrassing or no one knows you at all?
when you say anonymity, meaning no one will actually know my name, meaning
Yeah,
I won't have any relationships and such.
yeah, like nobody knows you.
Yeah,
You're
no,
here.
I'll just take the embarrassment. Like
It's like the invisibility question, but for your whole life.
I'll just take the embarrassment. Like people usually just move on when they see another thing.
Yeah,
I mean,
I think that's a good thing too. Yeah.
The one rule that I've seen in life, if you're famous for something, someone will be much more famous than you regarding
I
that
mean,
same thing.
they call it 15 minutes of fame for a reason.
Yeah,
Oh
but
yeah.
if you have an embarrassing talent, someone will be much more
Yeah,
horrible than you after 15
Embarrassing.
minutes. Like
Yeah.
yeah.
I'll take that. I can't actually sacrifice my relationships just because of an embarrassing thing. If I did that all my life, I would be alone.
I feel like it depends on the level of embarrassing. Like
Hmm.
it could be
Yeah,
something
if you're
be
gonna be
like,
talking about degree of embarrassment, like farting, is that a talent?
well, it's
Everybody farts.
it's like uh it's like Ian said, you know, like that if it's a high level of embarrassment, that may weigh on you for like for everybody's like, oh, you're the dude that fucking whatever it was.
Yeah,
Yeah.
I could probably take that.
Yeah,
A,
well, I'll take my chance.
a diddy level of embarrassment, I guess.
Yeah.
Because if you're alone in life, you're gonna turn insane. I think that's much more embarrassing.
Okay, let's
Well,
knock out
it always
let's knock
depends.
out these last four. I think
Sure.
this next one's gonna this next one might be my favorite.
Mm.
Yeah, which
Yeah.
one did you choose, Chris? You didn't choose this one.
Probably embarrassing, I guess. It's kind of like the how will you die thing. Like if it's not super embarrassing or like not super painful, then yeah, sure, why not? But my chances, I'll tell you how unlucky I am. When I was in basic training, we they put they were like, we're going to take all the chores and we're going to put them in a hat and you're just going to draw your chores and that's what you do. No arguments. We're not assigning anything. What you draw is what you get. Is everybody okay with that? And I was like, yeah, unless I draw toilets. And I was like, ha, ha, ha. I was like, I'm for real. And I shit you not, I went third of five people and I fucking drew toilets. I was like, of all these things, there was a lot of chores, but I'm talking about mopping, cleaning the laundry room, the toilets, the showers. Like there was a lot of shit to do,
Yeah,
and I got the worst one.
literal, literal shit.
Yeah, nobody had more shit to do than I did.
you know,
But
a solution for that one is just wear a helmet.
I closed. I closed. There was like four or five
I
stalls.
mean,
I
yeah, I mean
closed.
this
I closed
for
two of
that.
them. Like, don't use these.
Yeah,
These
for
two.
that problem regarding the talent that's embarrassing. Like
Mm,
you remember the musicians Daft Punk, right? And
yeah.
like just wear a helmet outside.
Ah, for the embarrassing.
Yeah, and
Uh,
privately just don't wear the helmet. I think that
True.
balances.
Feel like
That gives
marshmallow.
you an escape. So
Yeah,
or
that's true.
dream.
Yeah, that's true. All right, the next one. I think this is probably the most thought-provoking one of all. Would
Shoot.
you rather forget all of your past memories or never be able to form new ones?
yeah, I'd rather forget the past. I can just simply
Okay.
write it down.
So do I. So do I.
If you journal, it's not gonna be a problem for you. But making new ones is actually much harder.
Yeah. Because
Not being able to make new memories.
Yeah.
because
Staying with the past, that's the definition of not being able to let go.
yeah. I mean, I personally wanted to move forward with with the things that I have been prior to this podcast.
Mhm.
So, uh, and all of the other shit prior to you guys knowing me. And for the record, and for everyone who's watching or listening to this podcast, I have known these two guys prior to me joining this
Mhm.
podcast. So, uh, uh, the before all of that happened, there are a lot of stuff that some of it I am definitely not really ashamed of, but definitely I definitely don't want to not really remember, but reminisce, remember,
Mhm.
whatever.
Yeah.
I really just to I really just wanted to
Yeah.
let it stay in the past. So
Right.
it's very easy for me to say that I would rather forget everything that happened in the past, because as long as I'm alive, it's just natural for us to make memories.
Right. Fair enough.
Yeah, and
That's
I don't think that would be an issue for any of
yeah.
the three of us, because all life actually does to you is actually reminds you of your past.
Yeah, but I mean, if you can't like the thing with me for the past memories is
Like just crossing the street and actually meeting an acquaintance actually tells you, oh, remember this time that you blah blah blah. Oh, the last time we actually saw each other. Even though you don't remember, this
yeah,
guy actually remembers. So
fair
he
enough.
serves as a journal of your life. Like every
Yeah.
interaction you've done, you might not remember it, but other people's might.
But I have some really good memories though.
Mm.
Yeah,
Like some
but
really
that's
good
if
memories.
you are inclined to actually forget everything.
Yeah, I'm
And yeah,
parts of it, of course, but like, yeah, I don't know. I don't know if I could. Well, I mean, that's what these are designed to do, right? It's
Yeah.
difficult to answer. Um, if I had to choose,
Yeah, and we also invite our audience to actually participate and add to the comment section if you think of anything. You join the fun here.
I guess
yeah,
new memories. I would go for new memories.
Not making new memories.
No, I would make new memories for sure.
Like there's already a
oh
movie about this, like 51st Dates, right?
Mm. But all
Not
right, yeah.
able to make new memories.
All right, next. But yeah, guy, yeah, participate in the comments. I'm curious
yeah.
if, yeah, maybe somebody's got an angle we hadn't thought of. But all right.
Three is a lonely crowd, by the way.
Yeah. Well, three is a crowd.
Three
Two's
is a crowd,
company.
but three is a lonely crowd if
True.
in these kind of conversations.
Yeah,
Yeah.
yeah, 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 yeah.
Tell that to the WNBA now.
Yeah. Fucking they're on an island. Speaking of being on an island, would you rather be stuck on a deserted island alone or with someone who talks nonstop and annoys you?
Alone.
I think I'm
Alone.
sensing a pattern. I'm
That's
sensing a
an
pattern
easiest.
here.
That's the easiest thing. Alone.
You know, I got used to my partner who's been talking nonstop. I'm not really nonstop, but I'd rather have her with me
Okay.
on a deserted island. Perhaps someday she would you know she would uh
Shut up.
uh not really shut up,
Oh,
but
I don't know what you're
allow
doing.
me to speak.
She's gonna be watching.
Oh.
Allow me to speak.
I feel like
So
she's sitting off camera like, motherfucker.
no. She's not here yet.
You just see like a
Holding a
shoe
pilot ball
flying.
pen in front of you.
You yeah. It's like, oh no, wait, I mean she's the best. But
And if you're watching this, you know who you are. I love you.
Mm.
there we go. A little love in October.
I'd rather be alone at that point, because even though it's gonna be annoying having someone to talk to, it's
Mm,
also another life you're gonna have to be responsible for.
true.
So I
Or
wouldn't want that burden while staying on that island.
yeah.
And considering
And you
my
could always get a
personality, that I would rather work the work or the task at hand rather than have someone else do it and just make sure that things are actually done properly. I wouldn't survive with someone else with me,
I mean you could
or
always get a
whoever
well.
it is wouldn't survive with me.
right? Wilson's always an option. Tom Hanks did it. All right. Would you rather have the power to change the past or the power to see the future?
Mm.
This is a gimme.
Okay.
Yeah.
This is this is gonna be such a gimme for me. It's to see the future,
Yeah.
like
Okay.
lotteries, sweepstakes, jackpots.
And for me, I wanted to see the future. It's not just all of that, but beyond that, you know, if you notice all of the all of the stuff in my background, I wanna see the afterlife, the apocalypse, the end of days, and everything everything beyond that. Of course, I would love to experience that
Yeah.
because
Do
you
we
know.
set a limit for this, Chris? Like when the station ID for a network channel actually pops up.
Right. Yeah.
Do we set a limit for seeing the future, like 10 years ahead?
Uh, no, I don't think so. I think this is basically when I read this question, I pictured it as um like you're not constantly seeing the future, but if you want to, you can.
Wouldn't you die
Oh yeah.
because of that if there are no limits? Like your mind can only process so much
Yeah, I
information that you
mean,
can store.
yeah, yeah.
Mm. The
Uh,
only one that in history that I know that has a very um very similar experience to as to what I'm saying is the medieval theologian and philosopher Thomas Aquinas, because he is known for his magnum opus Summa Theologica. And near the end of his life, in one December morning in Naples, after he offered mass, because Thomas Aquinas is a Dominican priest, um, suddenly the crucifix on the altar that he was offering mass in, suddenly spoke, and the man the basically Jesus
hmm,
on the crucifix said, "Thomas, you have written well of me. What reward would you like to get?" And Thomas said, "Non nisi te domine." Nothing, Lord, but thyself. Nothing, Lord, but
hmm,
yourself. And then a few weeks or months later, similar thing. Uh he was given a foretaste of his reward for all of the stuff that he has written and analyzed and thought for all of his life. He died in his 50s. Um and Catholic theology calls it the beatific vision, wherein
okay.
you have and Thomas basically had that experience shortly before he died. It's a foretaste, or as you said, Chris, earlier, a free trial
Right.
of uh what was what is basically his reward. And that's why a lot of people call him a saint.
Mm, okay. I'm going to go with. I feel like if I'm like Nicolas Cage from the movie Next, I'm going with See the Future.
How many minutes in the future is that?
Just in the for most of the movie, it's just a couple seconds.
Yeah, I think
Uh,
that's much more reasonable. That's why I
but
mentioned,
then
can your mind actually process that much
right, but then
information?
the end of the movie, you realize that I don't know if y'all seen Next,
Yeah.
but at the end of the movie, you realize that he just was able to see everything that was going to happen. Because like the end of the movie happens, and it's like it's back, and he's in his bed like from the very first like 10 minutes of the movie.
Mhm.
But the way he explains is like I can only see like 45 seconds or something into the future. So yeah, I'm going with the future because I don't want to change the past, man. It is what it is.
Yeah, same here.
Not the butterfly effect. thing. Like you change this, and then fucking next thing you
Yeah,
know, like
changing the past
Yeah.
wouldn't actually matter because if you go back to the past, that will be your
mm,
present. So it
Mhm.
it's
doesn't
not
actually
it's
make
not
sense.
it's not the past that you're changing. It's a new past that has
It's a
now
new past.
changed your current present.
Yeah. Basically, going back to the past is now your present.
Yeah,
It
yeah.
wouldn't
And
change anything.
if there are odds of you changing the past,
Yeah.
Mm,
the current timeline that you are in is one in an ultimate one to the ultimate number, or one to
yeah.
infinity.
Right.
What we're
Yeah.
Because
basically saying is
there are
Back to the
infinite.
Future is BS.
Back
Now
to the
we're gonna
Future is
get
BS.
murdered.
Back to the Future is
Now
BS.
we're gonna get
Yeah.
murdered.
Well,
Yeah.
the concept of of Back to the Future is BS, but it's fascinating as a
Of course.
as a storyline.
It's entertaining. No, absolutely.
Yeah.
Um, but all right, last one. Uh,
Already?
yeah,
That was
Already?
quick.
yeah.
Yeah.
Would you rather be loved by everyone but never feel love yourself? Like you never love anybody, but everybody loves you. Or feel love deeply but never be loved in return.
It's easy for me. I'd
Damn, I thought
rather
this was the hardest one.
I'd rather uh know that I am loved and not loved in return, because uh if I know that I am loved, I pass on that love. It's contagious. It's
No,
uh
you can't
I
feel love. If everyone loves you, you cannot feel love. You
no,
can't
the second I was choosing the second.
to feel love deeply. So you can love, but
Yeah.
no one ever loves you in return.
Yeah. I'd rather have that,
Mm.
because
So you would rather love than be loved, basically, is
yeah,
the question.
yeah, I would rather love than be loved.
Okay, well, that's admirable. I feel like there's a right answer to this one, actually, like morally speaking. I think Ian
But
nailed it.
If the shoe fits, actually, Chris, like there is a right answer to this, and I think
Yeah,
this is more apropos to me. Like I would rather uh I would rather want to love someone or
right.
be able to actually feel something for other people, but I don't demand that feeling back. That's just my
Yeah,
personality.
I feel like this.
I'm not
exactly my
I'm
sentiments,
not that
Christian.
thirsty when it comes to approval.
Yeah, I don't know. Ooh, I don't know, man. I have a complex where I want people to like me.
Yeah, actually, I also entered that phase too. That I really wanted to be loved by people. Of course,
Yeah,
I mean we're all human beings,
it's
and
not a, it's not a,
we
it's not
always
a phase for me though.
yeah. But I mean, all of us seek affirmation in one way or another. But in this choice, I'd rather love than be loved, because as I said earlier, it's something that I can give, and it's not and it's something that I have, because as the saying goes, you cannot give what you do not have.
Hmm. I'm going to play devil's advocate here, and I'm going to say I would rather feel love. No, I would rather everyone love me and me not be able to feel love
Hmm.
because,
You would rather everyone love you and
and I
you would
can't,
rather not give love.
yeah, I can't give love because some of the most painful instances in anybody's life is like unreciprocated love, right? That is soul crushing. Like, I don't know if you guys have ever had a crush or if you've ever, gone through a relationship maybe that's ended and you didn't want it to end and you're still like loving and it's not coming back. That is the stuff that you will die from a broken heart.
Yeah,
You know what I
like I
mean?
said, if the shoe fits.
Yeah. So it would
The shoe
be
fits.
it would be very, very, very difficult to live in a world where nobody loves you.
Yeah, but then again, you'd have to think about your definition of love.
Mhm.
Because it's
Well, I
different for
equate I
any of
equate
us.
love with any type of tolerance. Like people don't want you around. You know what I
Like
mean?
some
Like
people think of love as acknowledgement. Some people think of it as
It's more like
romantic
yeah, it's more like live and
romance.
let live, right, Chris?
yeah.
Yeah,
Yeah,
I think that's fair enough.
still sticking with mine. Like I can survive not being acknowledged that much.
Well, yeah, I mean, obviously, again, these questions are one, that they're hypothetical, so that's why they're impossible to answer.
Mhm.
Um, and can be answered from either angle, really. It's just more of
And
a personal preference.
and you
And
know, it actually makes it better.
mm,
Paradoxically, it
yeah,
the question is uh all the multiple answers. The more answers that you have, the better the question is. That's the
Yeah.
paradox of these hypothetical questions.
right.
Do we have a bonus question?
We
Do we have the
do.
bonus round?
We
Of
do have a
course,
bonus
there's a
question.
bonus question, Chris.
We do have a bonus question because I felt like these were really nice questions.
Yeah.
And there's one that I find to be hilarious. And this is the last one. So, would you rather every time you sneeze, you shit, or every time you sneeze, you orgasm?
Given that I really don't want to be
The
embarrassed,
second one.
Second one.
choice number two.
Second one.
Yeah, just like like one of
Second
those.
one. My solution for that is just use your orgasming face every time, anytime,
Yeah.
and have
Yeah.
people get used to it. Like
But
there's no way around it.
but you have to remember it would eventually dull like then like the sexual side of life would be very dull because it's like why do I like I've came 3 times today
Like
because I have some
how much
allergy.
do you how much do you sneeze per day? Like you
I mean,
you
it depends.
really have to have severe allergies to actually make that work.
I've
Yeah.
never Here's an interesting fact. I've never sneezed once or 3 times. I always sneeze twice.
Yeah, that saves you a lot if your partner actually doesn't take a bath before.
Mm,
Honey, you didn't take a bath. I'm already done.
yeah. Oh, I can't finish. And it's like, here's some pepper. Oh, okay, I'm good. Thank you.
I'm good.
I rarely, not really
It,
rarely, but
your
it's
question actually differs. If we're male, everyone us you're male, but if you ask a
Yeah.
female about that,
oh
do
yeah.
you think they would choose number two?
I don't think anybody wants to shit themselves.
I mean, yeah, I
Then
guess.
that's a non-starter question.
But I mean,
I'm not
some
sure.
people don't want to waste a good orgasm.
Fair point. Yeah,
If you've
especially if
ever
you're a
hit
bit
puberty in your life, you know there's
hypersexualized and
plenty to
all
go
that.
around.
Yeah.
Like
Yeah. It's unlimited.
it's unlimited if you've
Yeah.
ever reached puberty.
Feel bad for those guys with allergies, you know what I mean? Like either way. Yeah, either way, you're changing underwear a lot.
Yeah.
Yeah, since
and
we're speaking philosophically here. Yeah, go ahead, Ian. Finish yours first.
and of course the answers to this question are from a male perspective because there are three male hosts here, but we would really appreciate it if you would answer this hilarious or this funny uh question if you're a female in the comments below because
Yeah,
yeah, I mean, which would you pick?
yeah,
We're really interested.
yeah.
Yeah, since we're actually speaking philosophically here, I have a question for you both. If your name is actually different than when you what you have now, you do you think you would still be the same person?
No, nope, I do not. I think names say a turn they somehow influence you. They just do because I've never seen a hot Martha.
Careful.
Yeah.
It's their moms.
They don't exist. Hot Marthas do not exist.
Even Martha Wayne?
Who?
Martha
Batman's mom?
Wayne? Yeah. And Clark Kent's mom.
I think
Why do you say that name?
yeah, Martha. Yeah, no. No. I think I think Thomas Wayne could have done better. But
It's
yeah,
also an yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah,
but
it's
I
also a
do.
no. It's also a no for me on my end. But my answer is different because names define people.
Mm,
Names define who you are. And if you have a different name, sure there will be similarities with
mhm.
who you are right now, but eventually you know, there is something in that name that gives you character, gives you a character that is distinctly yours. That's how I see that's how I see names.
Yeah. I
Yeah,
wonder
so
about this
that's
though. It's
yeah.
interesting that you asked that question because I wonder about this. I was this close to a Matthew,
Hmm.
Hmm.
and my mom said she didn't name me Matthew because when I was born, and this is my mom, so you know, if you
She
knew
didn't
her,
want you to do coke.
no, I was a very fat I was a very fat baby,
Oh, oh.
and I came out looking like an old man. Like I had hair on top of my ears, and I was
Yeah.
like around this way. I was like bald, and I was fat. And she said she was afraid people would call me Fat Matt, so she named me Christopher because nothing really looks like Christopher.
Why would she think that?
That's my mom, bro. You
Like,
if you knew her, you'd know.
like she's already thinking of insults for you even
Yeah,
before
already.
the birth
Yeah,
certificate. Like what
yeah,
the hell?
yeah. She's already like, oh God, this fat fucking kid is gonna have a hell of a life.
Like
Well,
my name is Christian. Do you think my mom thought if I was gonna be a priest?
Father Chris, Father Christian.
No.
Father Christian, and
We
then you're a Muslim, you're a rabbi or something. Rabbi Christian. Wait a minute, what?
hello, my name is Christian. I'm a Muslim. Like,
Yeah,
okay.
yeah, yeah. It's like a boy named Sue, a Muslim named Christian.
well,
there are there are women named Evan, right?
Evan,
Yeah, Evan is actually a female name, right?
Heaven or Evan?
Evan,
What does Evan mean? EVON?
Evan.
mm,
There are
Maybe.
women
Eva,
named Evan, right?
Eva, Eva.
Eva.
That's distinctly female. But
Evan.
Evan, yeah, that's a bit odd.
Maybe. I mean, I don't know. It kind of works.
Yeah, Kim actually transcends gender.
Yeah.
Oh yeah.
It's a transgender.
So is Nicole.
Nicole
I
is
had a
a
class.
guy's name.
Yeah, I had a classmate back in high school, and and his name is Nicole.
It's
Hmm.
back.
I don't know.
I think it's like a boy named Sue. You know that song, Johnny Cash?
Yeah.
Mm.
Yeah. So yeah, we're gonna
Jamie. The
Jamie.
yeah, Jamie is a name that transcends
Well, there's a
the
few actually, if you think
gender
about it.
divide. But
It's,
it's gonna take us a long time to list it all.
Yeah.
I just thought of something and I'm gonna stop myself.
Yeah, let's shut it down. I think we've done our due diligence for this
Dude.
podcast. We'll call back to the last episode. But Yeah, well,
Yeah, this
thanks
was
guys
fun.
thanks for
Yeah.
entertaining the questions. I figured this was, yeah, and I think my intention was met because I feel like now I know you guys a little better, kind of know where you're coming from, kind of what you expect out of life. You know, we can read kind of deep into these if you choose to. Um, or this could just all be bullshit that we don't want anybody to know how we really feel.
After we chose
Either
the truth at
Yeah,
the start.
yeah,
either way,
yeah.
Like if I
if you
told you
wanna
guys honestly I'm a liar, would you believe me?
Hold on, that's like if you tell
See?
me if you tell me you're a liar, but you're a liar, that means you're telling me the truth.
yeah, that's the logic of
Means
it.
that
It's an
I mean that means
infinite
that you're
loop.
truthful.
Yeah.
It's an infinite loop.
Yeah, but
It's like the Pinocchio.
logically,
It's like the Pinocchio thing, right?
It's like the
yeah, but
Pinocchio nose going back and forth.
But it's like
it's it's like it's neutralizing each other.
yeah,
I,
yeah, it's
I think that's something I want to say.
yeah, canceling each other out. It's
Canceling
in
each
like
all
other out.
honest,
Yeah.
in all honesty, I'm a liar.
well, it's like the Pinocchio thing that I seen. Like if Pinocchio said, "My nose is about to grow," right? If his nose
Yeah.
grow, he wasn't lying, which means his nose shouldn't grow because he wasn't lying. Now, if his nose doesn't grow, that means he was lying, which
We
means his nose
recently
should
found a
grow.
loophole with Pinocchio.
So it's
Yeah.
like it's just one of those things. But yeah, we're gonna end it on Pinocchio. Thanks everybody for tuning in. Like, comment, subscribe, share, leave a comment. Let us know, if there's a couple of these, or maybe you have your own would you rather that maybe you thought these were too easy. But yeah, let us
Yeah,
know.
give us your best shot.
Yeah, bring it on for real. And we'll definitely address them in future episodes. Any comments or anything. We've done it in the past, we'll do it again. You will be seen and heard. Maybe not agreed with, but seen and heard.
Oh yeah.
And until next time, for Christian and Ian, I'm Chris. After a while.